Welcome back. Welcome back. I am Q Rowling, your business growth coach and your money mentor. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. But today we're going to talk about grants and how do you get funded for grants. So stay tuned.
Make the money. Don't let it make you.
I get asked all the time from business owners, where can I find grants? How do I get them awarded to me? I'm going to give you a few things to hopefully increase your odds of being awarded a grant. First and foremost, you need your documents. I say this all the time, people. You got to have your documents. What documents you may be asking? Your bank statements, your W-9 for your business for that year. You want to have your taxes. You want to have anything that's associated, like your articles of incorporation or organization, readily available, because some grants actually require that you upload those documents in order to be eligible for an award. So you don't want to miss out because you just don't have any documents. That wouldn't make any sense. So that's the first thing that you need to do, is make sure that you have your docs. The second thing is apply. So many grants come across that we just ignore and we don't apply. Well, one way you will not get the funding is by not applying. So you gotta apply. Make sure that you apply for any and all grants that you may be eligible for and that you definitely are eligible for. You don't want to miss out on that free money. Now I'll tell you this, a lot of people don't apply just because they feel like it's overwhelming or that they're going to be asked some questions that they're just not sure how to answer. Most of the grants are very user-friendly. They are easy to follow, very easy to understand. If you need help with figuring it out, you can always hire a business growth coach like me, or you can ask a fellow peer, or even organizations such as SCORE. They help business owners with all types of things. And don't forget your local community business site. You can go on there and find all kinds of resources for business help. So I wouldn't miss out on grants just because you're afraid of the paperwork. The next thing is you want to make sure you complete the application in its entirety. Don't skip anything. Don't overlook things. Make sure you are taking your time to go through the application slowly, because sometimes that's the weeding process of getting people kicked out of the pot, is by you not reading. So if you miss something or miss, the instructions and did it wrong, that's a way for them to say next. So I'll give you a perfect example. The other day, I myself applied for a grant for my business. And under it, it says 3,000 characters, but no more than 500 words max. So that means that they want a specific number of characters and words. It's important to follow those small directions, because if you don't, guess what? Next, make sure you are following all instructions to a T so that you are not kicked out. Now, the next thing is you want to make sure that when you are answering those questions, you stick to the positive side. We're not going to be a pessimist. We're going to be an optimist in this case. So when the questions come up, like, are you going to be making payments towards utilities and bills and things like that, or even past due bills? I've seen that. Don't check that answer, because if you do, there's a strong suggestion that you may be in trouble or your business is in trouble if you have past due debt. And if they fund you, is that going to get you out of your trouble? Can they give it to a business that's winning and thriving? I think they'll go for the latter. So make sure you are staying to the positive answers. What funders are typically looking for are things that are innovative or around the community, or things that are saving our planet. So you want to make sure that you are using those types of answers that will support that your business is either creating something new, supporting the community in which you are, or something that's going to save our world, because that's what they love. And also things like when they ask, are you going to be using it for marketing, advertising, or technology? Those are great answers. Anything that denotes that you are actively trying to grow your business is a way to stay in the pot. Make sure you use the positive answers and not the negative answers. Those get you kicked out of the pool, okay? The next thing is make sure that you are first come, first serve. A lot of the grants are based on first come, first serve. What do I mean? So say, for instance, the grant says we are giving away $10 million. Well, that's a lot of money, right? But say 1,000 people applied and they're only giving away 100 grants. How many grants is that? Divide 10 million by 100. That tells you how much each grant will be. And once that money is gone, it's gone. So it's important that you get your application in early, because those who wait to the deadline, sometimes with some of those grants by the deadline, they already have their winners. It depends on how much money they have to give and how many grants they are actually awarding, just in case they don't get enough applicants. But most grants are first come, first serve. I just completed a grant application yesterday, and it actually said this is not a first come, first serve basis. So that let me know that a lot of them are, and I already knew that anyway. So make sure you are getting your grant application in early and not at the last minute, because it's a good chance you just might not get it. One other thing that you really need to do is apply for the smaller grants. Most people overlook the smaller grants because they feel like it's not a lot of money, but you have more chances of getting awarded those grants because there are less applicants. I don't care if it's $500. Every business can use any free money that they can get. So to say that it's not enough money for you to take your time and apply, I highly disagree, and I think that you need to apply for any and all funding that may be available, including those $500 grants. You might be able to put that in your reserves. I always say apply for the smaller grants. More likelihood of you getting that grant than not, because there are less applicants on the smaller grants. Make sure you are going through those key things. You want to make sure you have your paperwork in order. You want to make sure you begin by actually applying. You want to make sure that you are answering your application with positive answers, not negative. And make sure you apply to the smaller grants and get your application in as soon as humanly possible. And I promise you, if you ever get awarded a grant, it is the best thing in the world. The last thing I want to discuss is where can you find grants? You can find grants on websites like Hello Alice. Hello Alice is a hub for all the grants nationally. It's a perfect place to find a plethora of grants. And if you sign up for their email list, they will let you know when there's new types of grants out there that fit your criteria or all. So make sure you are registering on helloalice.com. And then you want to go to your local city's business website and make sure you look for any type of grant opportunities they have for local businesses. Almost every city I know in America has local small business grants, so make sure you are looking for those and applying. One other place you can look is with your state. Most states offer some type of funding for certain types of businesses. Like I said, those that are centered around innovation, community, or saving or planning. Usually the state has some type of grant funding available. You want to go to your state. Every state has a business site. Go to their business site, utilize their resources. And last but not least, the federal grants. You want to look for federal grants. You can go to grants.gov. You can do the registration there. It does take a little bit to get registered on grants.gov. I will say that. You can find numerous opportunities there. RFPs and RFQs are on grants.gov, and you may find that you can be a supplier for the federal government. There are so many opportunities on there that you may not have even thought of that your business will be able to fulfill for the federal government. Plus, you can look for funding there as well. So those are my top picks for looking for grant funding. I hope this video helps you get some free money, because I sure need some, and I'm sure you could use it too. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and visit my website at qroland.com. Beginning March 1st, I will be having a coaching special that you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead and register on my website so that you don't miss out on those opportunities to get some discounts on one-on-one time with me. And like I always say, make the money, but don't let the money make you. I'll see you soon.